What's up, Aquarius? How are you guys doing? Time to go ahead and knock out your bonus reading for November 2023, where basically I'm looking for details that were left out of the main monthly reading. For November, that will include general relationships and finance. So stick around. What's up with my Aquarius friends? How are you guys doing? Bonus time. We are going to be looking at general relationships, career and finance, the person that you're thinking about, and the current person. That's what we're looking at here today. For those of you who would like to schedule a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is in the description of this video. We have made a decision as far as the sale that we're going to run for the month of November. And that is $100 off all Zoom call readings. $100 off. The only difference is this is going to be for November only. I got some pretty big things coming up in the future that I can't really talk about publicly, and my schedule will not be guaranteed. So yeah, but as far as the other sales with the pre-recorded personal readings, as long as the economy is in the shitter, I'm going to have those readings as priced as low as I possibly can, okay? So, all right, let's jump on into this. General relationships, meaning friends, family, acquaintances, co-workers, whatever, anything but romance. Let's see what messages we have for Aquarius. Ooh, the Judgment reversed. First thing I'm trying to narrow down is this friends or family? At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter whoever the first person is that comes to your head, but King of Wands reversed. All right. So I'm not really getting a whole lot of family energy here. Could be for some of you if that's what comes to your mind. But whoever you fell out with in the past, I kind of feel like it was a friend. I gotta feel like it was a friend. It almost feels to me too like this was something that, how am I going to word this? It was a connection, I think, that was supposed to end a long time before it did, especially if it ended in like a big blow up between the two of you, ended kind of nasty. You know, because I'm feeling a real strong feeling of tension that is lingering between the two of you that goes further back than whatever it was that separated the two of you, if that makes any sense at all. Like, the tension between the two of you started building before this came to an end. If you think back on it, you can probably remember, some of you, probably a couple of weeks, maybe a month before y'all fell out. It started feeling weird and funny being around this person, talking to him, connecting to him. The tension started building. The energy just felt off. And you know that when that process starts happening and it just keeps getting heavier and heavier and heavier, day after day after day, it's a ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. I kind of feel like this person wants to talk to you. It's not really telling me why they're holding back, though, but they are holding back. They have some unanswered questions. For those of you, I don't know why this came through, but for those of you wondering whether or not this person learned their lesson, the answer is no. I don't know what that means. I was just told to tell you that. No, they did not learn their lesson. I don't think this person feels like they are in the wrong. I don't think this person knows what the hell the real problem is, honestly. They do be keeping an eye on you, though. We got a stalker. Could be a Leo for some of you. It could be a fellow Aquarian. Have you ever noticed that two Aquarians typically tend to have funny, strange energy? You ever notice that? It's like the one sign in the zodiac. It seems like every other sign is kind of easy to pick out of a crowd. Every other sign. For some reason, there are no two Aquarians that are anything alike at all. So usually whenever they come together, the energy is kind of weird, a little bit strange, a little bit funny, a little bit tense, a little bit awkward. And you see that very, very frequently. Aquarians will get into it with each other, you know. It doesn't have to be. I also have Taurus here. I have Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. But anyway, let's see if there's going to be an outcome with this situation. Is there going to be a reconciliation? An apology? Anything? Any communication? No, I think y'all are both giving each other the silent treatment. Y'all are both just remaining silent. Three of Cups reversed. No, not a whole lot happening here. Drama is being avoided. What is the advice? What's the advice? Nine of Wands reversed. Let your guard down. I don't think this person's really coming after your throat for real. Honestly, when it all comes down to it, they don't even know what in the hell the problem is. And some of you may not have even really told them what the problem is. You know, y'all can sometimes tend to do that, be mad at somebody and they don't even know what they did. And I get it. I get it. What you like to do is whenever somebody fucks up or does something stupid, you like to step back and give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they realize they made a mistake. Because that's what you try to do. If you do something stupid, you know it, don't you? And you have that conversation quietly with yourself. Damn, that was stupid. Oops. I'm not going to do that again. And you correct it yourself. So you expect other people to do the same thing, right? And they don't. A lot of people don't even be knowing that they're walking around doing dumbass shit. But you think they know because that's how you are, right? And then so you're silently getting more pissed off because you ain't saying nothing because you assume that they are as conscious as you are. And a lot of times they're not. And then you get all pissed off at them. They don't even know why you're mad. They don't even be knowing why you're mad. And that's what I'm thinking happened here. Let your damn guard down. Maybe have a conversation with this person. At least clear the air with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to let them come back in your life, but at least clear the air. Don't hold on to that anger. I'm telling you right now, that ain't going to do nothing good for you. It don't do nothing good for you. All that does is weigh you down and hold you back. All right, now we're going to take a look at finance. I got a couple of disclaimers for finance. First of all, this is only for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Aquarius friends who are out there making moves and taking action to improve their finances. If you are sitting around on your ass waiting for your finances to just magically improve, that's not going to happen. I do not need a tarot card to tell you that. I specialize primarily in universal law and energy behavior, and that's not the way the energy of money behaves and manifests. So, let's see what we got for my Aquarius friends who are out there busting moves, taking action in an attempt to better their finances. What do we got going on here? Ooh, the Lover's card. That's a weird card to come out for finances. Let me see what's going on here. Hang on. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and the Strength card. Actually, everything that you're going through right now, this is very, very strange. a lot of you have a much higher calling than, just simply a regular career with your finances. A lot of you do. And a lot of the things that you're going through right now are preparing you for your highest calling, if that makes any sense. A lot of the challenges, a lot of the struggles, a lot of the obstacles that you're going through, because you have like I said, you have a much higher calling than just some regular 3D matrix business or job or whatever that's going to pay you a lot of money. Your financial abundance is going to come with a big mission attached to it. And as cool as that sounds on paper, everybody likes to hear that. That's the idea sounds so cool, but to go through it and actually be one of those people, the shit you have to go through and the lessons you have to learn very frequently are not fun. With the moon card and the tower card. So right now, where you are, your cycle is not quite complete yet. The cycle of difficulty is not quite complete yet, just a little bit longer. It's right around the corner. You've almost learned everything you needed to learn for this particular chapter that you're in right now, but not quite. Not quite. Almost, though. Wheel of Fortune, World card reversed. Almost. You're so close. You're so close, especially those of you who are, and I know I get lots of Aquarians who come to me for readings who are either active or aspiring spiritual entrepreneurs. Lots of Aquarians. A whole lot. Yeah, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur in the spiritual community, when I say successful, I'm not talking about financially successful. I mean, your mission is successful. You're actually helping people. You're actually guiding people. You're actually giving people good advice. There's only one way to learn the wisdom that you're going to need to pass on to other people. Only one way you learn that. And I got news for you. It ain't fun. But it'll make sense. It will make sense, especially with the big transitions and the changes that we're about to all be going through collectively. A lot of you are going to be called to help through the crazy shit we're about to go through. A lot of it. What's the advice? Now, I got another disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified to give financial advice. This is energy advice. I'm not telling you what and what not to do with your money. I'm telling you what and what not to do with your energy. Because the primary law is the law of vibration anyway. So your energy affects everything in your life, especially your finances. Let's see. What's the advice? Man, there go that tower card again, dude. Okay. So just to understand that if you're wondering, why do I keep going through this? Why does this shit keep happening? Trust me, there's a reason. Oh, trust and believe there's a reason. And it's because one of these days, your story will be somebody else's survival guide. One of these days. So constantly, don't just focus on the lesson that you're learning through whatever it is that you're going through. That's important, but that's only a tiny little part of the big picture. Focus on how you can take that lesson and use it to create something new. Focus on what you want to create with that lesson. It's cute to just say, I learned my lesson. Okay, well, if you ain't doing nothing with that lesson, then that lesson wasn't worth a shit, was it? Not really. No matter what you're going through right now, no matter what challenge, no matter what obstacle you are facing, be thinking about how one of these days you're going to use the wisdom that you are gaining And that's going to be your calling. And you're going to get paid very well for it. Very well. Believe that. I know that sounded kind of daunting, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I'm telling you, so many Aquarians come to me for those kind of readings. So I don't know what it is that's so popular about Aquarian energy in today's day and age, as far as the helpers and the teachers and the guides and whatnot. It's like a lot of star seeds, for some reason, chose to embody that energy. I don't know why or how that mechanism works, but anyway, all right. Now we're going to move on to the person that you're thinking about. Person who spends the most time living in your head. What's happening generally here? 6 of Cups. Uh-oh. Could be a past person for some of you, but Queen of Wands, reverse, Chariot. I knew it. I knew it. I was holding off. But I knew it. Tower card reversed. 10 of Cups upright. 9 of Cups reversed. 6 of Cups. This person is stuck in a codependency connection with somebody from their past. Why does that always come through, dude? Why does it? It seems like every time this person's stuck in some toxic, probably on and off, most likely an on and off. You know, you're interested in somebody, and especially, I know this might get a little bit specific, but there's at least 1 or 2 of you who have been sitting back and just watching, knowing, man, it's going to come to an end eventually. It's going to come to an end, and then this person's going to finally see that they need to get the hell away from that person, and then they'll see me. Eight of Swords. I don't think they're seeing it. I don't think they're seeing it. You're patiently waiting for them to pull their head out of their ass and see a good thing right in front of them. Eight of Swords. They ain't seeing it. Could be a Cancer for some of you. I also have Pisces and Sagittarius. Stay away from the water signs, Aquarius. Dude, I'm telling you, stay away from them. Let's see how they feel about you. How they feel about Aquarius. How they feel about you. Page of Swords. What's their energy look like? Let's see. Moon card reversed again. 3 of Pentacles reversed. 8 of Cups reversed, dude. There's somebody else that, yep, and the 3 of Swords. There's a third party in here that they can't walk away from. They do have feelings for you. They do. But this connection, this person that they can't walk away from, is putting a big wedge between you and them. And it's making it very difficult for them to acknowledge the connection that the two of you have. They are still so stuck in fantasy fairy tale land that this one person who's already clearly showed them that it ain't going to work. They, in magical fairy tale land, in their mind, they still think that somehow this person's going to pop their head out of their ass and it's going to work out between the two of them, and it ain't. It ain't. But they do have feelings for you, and you know this. And that's probably why some of you are just pulling your hair out right now. Because you know they feel this connection. You know they have feelings for you. But then it's like, so if you feel a connection with me, and this person's already shown you probably multiple times that it ain't going to work, when are you going to get out of fantasy fairy tale land? Judgment reversed, lovers reversed. This person has a lot of unhealed trauma. Ace of Pentacles reversed. You know what? With this Nine of Pentacles right here, too, some of you may not even know about this past person. Some of you may be like, I don't know what in the hell he's talking about. This person ain't got no ex. Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do. They may not be saying nothing about it. I think the majority of you, though, know about this. At least know about their last relationship. And yeah, no, they're still stuck on it. They still stuck on it. Hangman, Eight of Cups reversed. They're really waiting to reconcile with a past person. Let's get the advice on this. Three of Wands. Well, hang on. Seven of Wands. Ten of Swords. After a certain point, I totally get that you want to wait and see if this person's ever going to pop their head out of their ass. I get it. But after a certain point, you have to know when to throw in the white towel. I forget what sign I was giving this same advice to about a week ago. But you have to think about it like this. Pay attention to how this person thinks. Pay attention to how their brain works. If you have two choices in front of you, okay? If somebody puts a fucking diamond ring in front of you and a dried up dog turd, and the person picks the dried up dog turd, what does that tell you about the way they think? They're kind of fucking stupid, aren't they? You're a dumbass. You're going to pick the fucking dog turd over the diamond ring? You're an idiot. So if somebody has a choice between you and somebody who's obviously proved to them multiple times that they're a toxic piece of shit, and they go pick the dried up dog turd, you got to think about this. If you're that dumb, would we make a good team anyway? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we don't have the potential that I thought we did. Maybe it's not you that I'm falling in love with. It's the idea of who I want you to be. Maybe you're just 10 times dumber than I thought you were. Okay, well, if that's the way your brain works, maybe we wouldn't make a good team then. I would like to just invite you to entertain that thought. Invitation only, you don't have to. But if you play with that thought for a little bit, you might come to a conclusion that you weren't expecting. All right, now we're moving on to the current person. I also have a current person disclaimer. If you are not experiencing any problems, issues, or concerns with your current person, this is not for you. Current person. Hermit reverse. Could be a Virgo for some of you. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. All right. I'm feeling like you're with somebody who just doesn't want to be alone. You're just with somebody who's afraid of being alone. Some of you may just only be in this because you don't want to be alone. And that is a very risky, shady foundation to build a relationship on. It's all good though. I mean, it's not a guaranteed deal breaker. You know, like if you drive an F-150 pickup truck across a frozen lake, it's not guaranteed that you're going to crash through it. You know, you might make it across. There's a chance. There's a possibility. But there's a certain amount of energy, work, and evolution that has to happen if you get into a relationship and lay that foundation. You know, there's a certain level of inner growth that has to happen within two people, both of them. And it's not really looking like that's been happening here with the Lover's card reversed. Not really. So the Ten of Cups is reversed. No matter what you do, no matter how long you wait, you're just not quite making it to that point, you know, of the happy, healthy, successful relationship. And I don't think the person that you're dealing with is willing to take any accountability at all. None. None, 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 none. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. A big old problem. I would feel very safe putting that on the list of the top 3 leading causes of relationship failure. I would. At least one person, for whatever reason, steps back, crosses their arms, and says, I don't need to change. I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one that's always doing this. You're the one that needs to stop doing that. You know, especially if that person got into a relationship and assumed the role of the fixer. You know, whenever somebody jumps into a relationship and they assume the role of the fixer, I'm going to fix this person. Well, that gives them a get out of jail free card, and that diverts all the attention away from the inner work they need to do, because now they get to always look like the good guy, you know? Let's look at this person's energy, how they feel about you. What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions? What's their energy look like? Knight of Swords, yeah. Yeah, I think this person's kind of, I don't know, a little bit immature. They may rush into things. Devil card, yeah. I got all these knights here. I'm just kind of feeling like, yeah, Ten of Cups reversed. Dealing with somebody that's a little bit immature. Their actions may not match up with their words. They may be the type of person that, you know, breaks promises, just because I just think they're kind of immature. Like, and if you want to be a person of integrity, your actions have to match up with your words. In order for your actions to match up with your words have to be very carefully calculated and thought through. If I say I'm going to do something, I need to have a very realistic, mature idea in my mind of what it's actually going to take to follow through with these words. I can't just be saying something that sounds cute, and then when it comes time to carry out what I said I was going to do, I realize it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. You know, I just think this person's a little immature, honestly. I think so. But they are not willing to take accountability for that. They're not willing to take accountability at all. Well, let's see the outcome for November. Will you stay or will you go? Oh yeah, another thing that I forgot to say about that spread. For those of you dealing with somebody that like has some kind of addiction, or maybe drinking problem, or drug problem, or gambling problem, or money addiction, or whatever the case may be, they're not willing to acknowledge that their problem is a problem. They're just, I don't have a drinking problem. It's not my fault. I got so drunk that I blacked out. I was blacked out. It wasn't my fault. I didn't mean to. Woke up naked on the hood of my car with my keys in my ass. It wasn't me. It was the alcohol. I don't have a drinking problem. Drinking has a me problem, that type of energy. What is the outcome? Sun card. I don't see you finding happiness anytime soon. Four swords reversed. Some of you are really starting to think about exploring other options. I'm honestly kind of feeling like somebody else is going to catch your attention. Yeah. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that you're leaving. I'm not. Maybe some of you might. Yeah, death reverse. I don't think the majority of you are actually leaving, but I am seeing somebody else catching your attention. I'm seeing you fall into the grass is greener on the other side illusion, No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Don't fall for that. No, it ain't. The reason why the grass is greener on the other side is because you haven't learned how to take care of your own grass. As soon as you jump that fence, that grass is going to be green for a little bit, and then it's going to die. And that process will just repeat itself. No matter how many fences you hop over, that process is going to keep repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. What's the advice? What's the advice? King of Cups reversed. So at the end of the day, you have to understand what you have control of and what you don't. You don't have control of the other person. Over the last week or so, I have done at least 4 or 5 readings where somebody's asking me, is this relationship worth the fight anymore? And I've had to break down and explain to several people, it never should have gotten to the point where you were having to fight for it. There's a difference between putting forth work and effort and forcing and fighting to try to keep a relationship going. Because there's only one way to work on a relationship, and that is to work on yourself. What happens when people are fighting for a relationship, what that translates into is they're trying to control the other person. Trying to make this person feel the way they want them to feel. Trying to make this person see things the way they want them to see things. You can't force somebody to see an issue with their own actions. You can't force somebody to feel the empathy you want them to feel. You can't force somebody to have the morals that you have. You can't force that. So what I would recommend is that you just hang and wait for a little bit and just step back and let this person show you who they are. You shouldn't have to try to control the way another person feels. Shouldn't have to. If you just step back and let go of this person and let them show you who they are, that'll tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Take that information and do with it what you will. All righty, I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you, Vaughn Dutch, for that super chat. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you who tuned in, played along, and showed love, support, and positive feedback. That's what makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And for those of you just now tuning in, I announced at the beginning of the video that the November sale that we're going to run is $100 off all Zoom call readings. Now, this particular sale is going to be for November only. And that has to do with things that I have coming up in the future. My schedule is not going to be guaranteed. And yeah, so that's not going to be something very easy to manage in the future. But as far as the other sales with the pre-recorded personal readings, as long as the economy is in the shitter, I'm going to have my prices as low as I can possibly take them. So anyway, all that information is in the description and more. So check it out down there if you're interested. If you're not, well, then don't. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.